Alright. So, for the sake of PvP, guys, this is work in progress, like I said. There's only a little bit of things I have to do left, and then I'll upload this map to the server. So, what we're looking at here right now is the Blue Fort base. Right here. So this is the assembly area where all the fucking players start spawning in. You got like one building, which is this little tent over here near the crates, is the fucking, this, let's say, arsenal, if you need arsenal just to change extra ammo or equipment. And then you got big tent, which is just like a little gathering thing, and the Alpha Company can plan out their assault. And fucking, as that time, yes, the Taliban will be setting up their stuff as well. Over here we got APCs and supply vehicles, so in this game mode there will only be one APC allowed on the field to balance for the Taliban team, so Blue Fort can decide which one they want to take. Everyone each has their different variants of armor, firepower, and extra command materials. And then over here you got your lovely supply trucks, which are just for basically for the choppers. Over here you got two transports, so you got the lovely little Black Hawk medical, and then you also got a big massive transportation which we also use for these lovely APCs over here, the Chinook. And then you got a tac chopper. Tac choppers only can be used once every 10 minutes, and only one strike run through that fucking thing. So once they run out of ammo, they have to return back to base. But yes, they can use that to push back the Taliban off their heavy, dense terrain. So what we're going to do now is we're going to look at the map, and then what we're going to do, we're going to go up here just for the sake of seeing the LZ for Blue Fort team. So I'll just go through there. Yes, there's a lot of lag because I'm going through the fucking map like a Skywalker. Alright, so with those choppers, with transportation, they'll be arriving at this Blue Fort little outpost. And over here, you got some leftover vehicles, which are just Humvees. So you got your lovely, you got two HMGs, which are 50 cal machine guns, and you got two GMGs, which are grenade launchers, Humvees. And over here you got a medical truck. So let's say you, instead of treating everyone, let's say they're heavily wounded or whatever, you could drag them over to the medical truck. They just have to hover over it, and they'll click to regen to full health instead of dying and going back all the way back to base. Death penalty is high, just letting you that know. So what will happen is once they've got everything what they need, they'll leave this base, follow this road, and out we go, and fucking they'll follow down this little lovely road to the lovely, let's say, droughted river. So over here, so we got like this side of the river, so basically this would be like Blue Fort side, since you got some entrenchment, bunkers, and all that crap. And then on the other side of the bridge, that's where the objective is. It's a heavy, dense terrain, and it will be occupied with the Taliban players. So if we go over here, the reason for the APCs is for thermal scopes. So when the Blue Fort rocks up here, if Op4 or the Taliban insists to keep the enemy on the other side of the bridge, Blue Fort can use that APC to use thermal readings. So in Op4's perspective, it would be more wise to let them come into the terrain. As you can see, it's very dense for vehicles, and you can plan ambushes through the terrain. Yes, you got bunkers as well to balance the fight across the beach. Also inland as well. You can see some bunkers on top of ridge lines, so that means you can suppress the enemy if they try and push up the hill. And over here you got the towns, which I am not going to locate the cache. So each town has their own civilian population and empty vehicles. As you can see, there's some vehicles being configured into the town. And then you will see like a few NPCs just jumping out, doing their thing. Whatever, that's during all the code. So there will be civilians in the area, guys. So, you know, if you want to kill them, that's up to you. But if you kill them, then something bad will happen. They'll turn against your team and they'll start killing you. So I think it's not wise to kill them. And over here you got your other town here. Lovely enjoying. Once the enemy or Blue Fort has found the cache and it's been destroyed, you will be easily going over, and you get a little side mission or the last mission, which will be going up. As you can see, there's like a little lovely little castle on top of the hill here. So we'll go up here. So Blue Fort needs to push up this hill with their convoy. It's a big road up the hill, and then you keep pushing up till you get to the enemy forward outpost, which is this is the enemy forward outpost. Yes, you got technicals, so Taliban can spawn in. So that's what they'll have at the start. And then you got this heavy entrenched castle where the Taliban will be spawning, and this is their little hideout over here. So it's basically, this will be the last stand, and if Blue Force secures this objective, then it's GG to the Taliban. The Taliban has everything to balance out with the Blue Force firepower, such as stingers for the choppers, or the attack chopper. So you can suppress that with the stinger, and then that thing will go down if they don't use flares or countermeasures. Same thing can be said with vehicles. You got RPGs, which that's what you guys requested, and that will balance out the vehicle combat. But like I said, it's more wise and smart to use the terrain that you are in to defend your cache. If you fight across the river, yes, you can suppress Blue Force, since they don't have a very much, let's say, secured slash spaced out position across the river. Their vehicles will be tight and dense. Yeah, it's up to you. It's up to the group leaders to decide what they want to do. But yes, so there's going to be 3 fighting zones. One, the open zone on the bridge on both sides. Second is near the cache objective, and then third, Buchan is up on the big giant hit mountain where the castle or the outpost is, which that'll be the final objective. Points. So there'll be a point tally. So we'll have a streamer. He'll be watching and plus streaming for our other Soka members. What will be happening with that is it will just be tallying up. I'll set up a little tally table for, like, example, 500 points per APC kill or big vehicle kills slash cache, and then 200 for cars. So basically Humvees or Technicals or any other car that the team uses, and 100 points for killing a player. So there'll be a tally if the objectives do not get captured, and then it'll just tally up. That's the best highest points if both objectives are not done. If both objectives are done, Blue 4 wins technically. So yeah, so it's basically hold the line mode pretty much, guys. So I hope you like it. Hope you're going to enjoy it. It's going to be fun. The terrain's good for both teams, so it is very balanced. Anyone who says it's not balanced, they're just fucking retired and bitch crying little fucks. So we'll hopefully see this tomorrow, guys. No worries.